Hi everyone, welcome again. It's FPL. Matt Day here. I'm back with the stream. Just another short one. Just my top three midfielders ready for the FPL Game Week 17 restart. Just before I get into it, if you can please like this video, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done already and are new to the channel, and the notification bell as well so you do not miss an upload. Also get your comments in. Let me know your thoughts on these three midfielders. And also any questions as well that you might have about your team, your midfield, and I can give you my opinion as well. But look, let's get straight into it. I'm going to share screen and we're going to go through my three midfielders, starting with my number three down to my number one. So let's go into it. So number three, it's actually going to be the fourth highest point scorer this season in midfield, Leandro Trossard. As you can see here, he's 2 out of 286 midfielders for threat, 3 in the ICT index. So that shows he's always involved. He's always got an opportunity of getting bonus points and returns. Out of the next 13 fixtures, 7 of them are green on the fixture difficulty rating, only 2 are red. And then you can see the rest are neutral here on the fixtures. Some really good games as well in this run. He plays the likes of Bournemouth at home, Fulham at home. He's got Southampton away there, Everton away as well. These should all be very, very open games. The only difficult games obviously they're all difficult games in the Premier League, but the only sort of real standout difficult games with Arsenal and Liverpool at home coming up, and they are both at home. Brighton very attacking under their new manager. So Trossard is my number three. He's been really good this season for FPL and also to watch. He's been good on the eye test, and he comes back from a World Cup. Disappointed with Belgium, but he didn't play a huge amount of minutes, so he should be fresh and ready to go. And then my number two midfielder pick, let's go down a little bit here, and it's going to be an Arsenal midfielder, and it is going to be the man that impressed for England in the Euros, was obviously really good in FPL last season, is Bukayo Saka from Arsenal. Have a look there. Look, his numbers aren't as good as Odegaard and Martinelli so far this season. I think he'll stay on pens. I think he'll get pens. Gabriel Jesus is injured. I know Martinelli sometimes switches with pens, but I think Saka will stay on them. If you have a look here at his fixtures as well, they're pretty good. West Ham home is green. Brighton and Newcastle tougher, and Spurs as well. But then if you go down into game week 23, there is back-to-back home games. I still think there's just lots of points here for Saka, and obviously all the way until the end of the season. And I just think having him ready for that double game week in 23 would be really, really handy. And I can also see him scoring some points in the games prior to that double game week as well. So really liking Saka, really was sharp and looked good in the Euros. And I think he'll continue that form in the Premier League. So let's go to my number one pick, my final pick. And there it is. It's the Egyptian King. And some people might think, big surprise as my number one pick. But looking at it, he's 1 for threat out of all midfielders. So he's always a constant threat. Everyone's saying it's not been the season for Salah. He's the third top scorer for midfielders. He's now rested, wasn't in the World Cup, didn't play in the World Cup, so he's got to rest, should be fit and firing. He sort of still had the African Cup of Nations hangover, even this season, and obviously Liverpool's form hasn't been good, but they got a number of players that didn't play in the World Cup. They should be fresh. And the other thing about Salah, which I really like, and he stands out as a midfielder, is he's always a captain option, and he's always an alternate captain option. If Haaland is banned or injured or has a knock, or we get news that he isn't going to start. So Salah is my number one pick for midfielders, and I think we will start to see him in a lot more teams again. As you can see, currently ownership is still 32.5%, so it's still pretty high indeed. But look, that is my top three midfielders. Like I said, let me know what you think in the comments. Any questions, get them in the comments as well. Please like this video. The support is really, really appreciated. Subscribe if you are new here, and also hit the notification bell so you do not miss an upload. Plenty more FPL content coming over the course of the next few weeks, and obviously the next week prior to game week 17 starting on Boxing Day. So I cannot wait for it. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for everyone that tuned in, and I will see you all in the next one.